Hello, welcome back, Boxer1 here, and today we are going to be reviewing this set from 2015. I didn't think it was that old, but it is. It is this Snow Speeder from the First Order. It has three cool figures. I think in March, I reviewed this Microfighter Snow Speeder, which is basically the same, but the figure's a bit different. He doesn't have a comma on him. So let's get into the figures, which do have commas. The first two figures in this set are the exact same. They are just the normal Snow Trooper for the First Order, and they have some nice frontal printing. I actually really like it. I think it looks good. They have this very cool helmet mold, which I don't know if it's the exact same for the what do you call them, Flame Trooper for the First Order, but it may be. I'm not sure. I don't have one of them, but he does have a comma on him in white. So does the other. As I said, they're the exact same. But he also has this printed piece on his back, and he uses the standard angry clone face, as you can see. Now, he does have some back printing, so I'm going to quickly show that. And that is what the back looks like, just some simple armor printing. Pretty nice figures. I actually like them quite a bit. Next up, we have our Snow Trooper. I don't know if he's like a commander or something, but I just call him Snow Trooper Officer, because he has the pauldron here, which is kind of cool. I think this is probably the first pauldron I ever got, and the second, or I don't know how many I have. I think I have around 2 or 3 pauldrons total, because they really don't put them in many sets, but they're pretty cool. Anyway, he's basically the exact same as the other Snow Trooper, except for that pauldron, and the blaster he uses is a pistol with a white lightsaber hilt on the front, which I thought looks kind of interesting. Nice little guy here, and he also just has the normal angry clone face. And moving on from the figures, which are pretty nice, we have the actual Snow Speeder. And I think this is a pretty nice build. So let's show off the front and then go to the back. The front's pretty simple. It has just some grills in here, but they're all on. These aren't actually like studs on sides for the front one. It's actually a pin connected into a Technic brick in there with the holes in it. And that's how you achieve that. That's why it's a bit wiggly. Like, it could have been done with this, but I think it looks a bit better like that, a bit more flush with the actual ship. And the armor is using the snot bricks on there as well, which is kind of interesting. Or not as well, but instead of the Technic. As you can see, there are some stickers on the sides, not prints, but there are some stickers. And I don't know if they're the exact same. I haven't really checked, but they're very similar to, at least, the other side stickers. Actually, let's just see. Yeah, I think they're the mirror image, maybe. But they're pretty cool. And then on the top, it does have a large blaster cannon, which you can actually stand one of your figures at and have him shoot. You can take his blaster out and accidentally knock his helmet off. And there we go. We can see the guy at the front. It's a bit hard for him to hold the cannon, where the actual like little thing where he would hold on. So I just sit him on there, because these big boxes, which I'll get to now, if I can actually pop them off, they just hold, I think, was it 5 studs each, maybe? Or 4 studs each, so a total of 12. Maybe there's a little less in each container. I'll quickly check just to make sure. These two have 4 in them, and this one has 5. I don't know if that's just because I'm weird and I put them in there when I was younger, but usually 4 each, I think. So a total of around 12 or 13 if you put 5 in. But this is a very cool ship because I like how it's angled. It has these normal, like, just normal grid pattern on the side. Or not grid pattern. I mean, like, it's on the normal grid. And then these ones actually angle inward to give a very nice shape using these, what do you call these pieces? These, I guess, just wedge plates on either side. And these hinges, the small and the big, to actually make a very nice angled design there. I think that's pretty cool. Then over here we have the seats for the like the pilot, and then I just have the officer on there usually. And there are also clips here, which you can put the blasters in. And that's a feature I always thought was kind of nice about this set, where you can actually store all the blasters instead of just like 1 character's or 2. Kind of nice that you can store all of them. As you can see, it has these little hinged pieces using those double-sided hinges to make a nice seat design, which you can see uses grills as well. Little printed piece on the front, pretty common, comes in a lot of sets. If I go focus, you can kind of see that better. And then on the sides, there are some more stickered pieces. That's the exact same on the other side. And then we have two large blaster engine things. I think in the show they're mainly just actually I don't even know where this appears in the show. Maybe in the background, but I've never when I watched the movie I didn't really see it. But I do like this ship. It's definitely a cool ship. As I was saying earlier before I went off on a tangent, these are big blasters. It has those 6 stud shooter things, and by twisting this using some cool Technic side parts, you can shoot them off and lose them. But that works pretty well. I'll show you with it firing at you. You can see that rotating piece in the middle with the little thing on it. I probably lost a bunch of them, but that's besides the point. It's a pretty cool little mechanism. It does use some Technic stuff, so kind of interesting there. And then these are just little doors on the side. They don't have anything under them. Moving on to the back, finally, we have just some other stuff, like some details, small little details there. Underneath, it uses these translucent or transparent little wheels on the ground, trans-clear, and then uses some more angling bricks to kind of hide them a bit. And it does work pretty well. It does move quite fluidly when it's not knocking up against the studs. And overall, it's a pretty well-built ship, actually. It's kind of hard to take apart because of it. It is very well built. And before we get on to the actual, my opinion, I just thought I'd show the figures in their actual seats, and you can see it looks pretty good with them. My opinion on this set is that it's a very nice built set. It has some very cool little features, like the cannons there, and the seats are very well built. The actual ship is actually very nicely built, as I probably said 100 times. It's very sturdy, and it just looks great. But this ship is extremely forgettable. I don't actually remember where it came in the show, which is kind of unfortunate. Maybe it's just some random background ship that you basically see for a single frame, like those weird Kaminoan ships they made that May the 4th promo into. But I still think it's a pretty cool little set. But in terms of build and figures, it is a pretty nice set. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed. I shall see you next time. I may do my final First Order set that I have, the black version of Kylo Ren shuttle. I can show you in the back. There are the other Force Awakens ships, or I guess I do have the Poe's X-Wing in this one, and I guess I have a couple more Force Awakens set. Maybe I'll just finish all the Force Awakens and whatever you call them, First Order sequel trilogy sets up in this month. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye.